Hi guys, and welcome to another Technical Wednesday rundown here on the Kiki and Manny Photography blog. My name is Manny, and in today's tutorial I want to show you guys all about actions, how to create actions, save actions and work with them. Now if you're new to Photoshop, this might be a super nice tutorial for you. If you're an advanced Photoshopper, you might know already about actions, but keep on viewing, maybe you find something new in this tutorial. Alright, let's get right into it. Actions are pretty much everything that you're doing on your Photoshop. Every action that you are doing are recorded or being recorded, and afterwards you can save that recording, and next time you Photoshop you are able to just hit one small click and you've got exactly the same thing you did earlier, or you did a few days ago, or a month, a year, whatsoever. Say for instance now I mostly have a Photoshop technique that I want to use, and I always have to open my old PSD to check how I exactly got the filter settings or I've got my style. Then I have to actually copy it a little bit to see exactly where I want to go with it. With actions, you don't need to do that anymore. With actions, you do it once, you record it, and you save it, and the next time you want to use that technique, you just hit one switch, and you just got it. Photoshop does the action, and you're good to go. Alright, so let's quickly show you guys how to do an action. First, I'm going to move my workspace a little bit over here, and my image over there. Okay, so in my workspace currently, I don't really see an action palette over here. So most probably you guys will also have the same problem. What you will have to do is go to Window and go under Actions. Select Actions and a new palette will be up. Drag that Actions palette over the other one, wait till the blue line, the big one appears, and drop it. And now Actions is directly integrated in your other palette, your other workspace. Go to your workspace tutorial area there, save it, and it will always be integrated. Now in my Actions palette you directly see a folder called Default Actions and Manniphoto Actions. Now default actions are coming with Photoshop from the default, and they've got a few actions in here if you want to try them. I never work with them actually. Then I've got my own action folder called Manniphoto Actions. Just going to make this a bit bigger here and save all my actions in there. But I want to start from fresh now with you today to create an action where we turn something to black and white, because I see most wedding photographers do that black and white thing. I'm not a wedding photographer at all, so this is in no means a tutorial on how to create black and white style or anything. I'm just going to do a wild thing for the tutorial and create an action to show you guys actually how to do an action. Alright, so let's start from scratch. First thing you'll have to do is go to the new folder icon down here, click on there, and a new set window will pop up, and you're now able to rename it to whatever you want to, whatever name. If your name is Christine Mainkies and you want to rename it to that, or if your name is Peter Photography, you can change it to Peter or whatever. I'm going to rename it to Kiki today, Kiki, and say Manniphoto for the Manniphoto tutorials as well. Okay, so save it to that, and I'm hitting OK, and directly you see, okay, cool, there's a new folder with that. Now what you have to do is from here start your actions. So what you'll have to do is go down to the new action layer down here, select that, and new action window will pop up, and you're able to rename that to whatever you want to rename your action. So I'm going to rename mine to say black and white conversion, because I want to have a black and white saying. Set that. Then you can also set the folder again. If you did a mistake up here, you can set it again now. Then if you want to, you can say a function key, F1 to F15. I never do that, it just confuses me with my other shortcuts. Then if you want to, you can also add a color. Say we're going to add a red color, and now you have to hit record. So just bear in mind now, once you hit record, it's not like a tape where you have to like really speed it and record it because time is running out. This records only the actions that you're physically doing in Photoshop. So take your time and do it really slowly. Okay, I'm going to hit record now. Directly you see this red button here, it's saying recorded, and your first action has been created. Black and white conversion has started, and we are able now to start our black and white conversion. So everything that I'm going to do now in Photoshop will be physically recorded as an action. Okay, so I'm going to go down here, and this is my original layer that I worked on, or that I integrated into Photoshop. Firstly, I want to say that go to original, save it to original name, because I like to keep my layers named and sorted, work very clean and constructive. Okay, got it as an original layer. What I'm going to do now is drag it all the way down to the new layer icon, drop it there, and we're going to rename it to first black and white conversion. So I'm going to say step 1 now. Okay, rename it to step 1 and keep it there. Directly at the top you'll notice all these things up here. That's all the actions that we're physically doing now. Okay, select the first step again, layer, and what I'm going to do now is set my layer to a smart object. So if we do filters or anything else, we're working very constructive here, so we can break it down afterwards again. I always work like that because it just helps me when I have to just change something a little bit. I can always go back and tweak it again. I showed this in an earlier tutorial, how to work with smart objects, so if you haven't seen that, go and view that tutorial. Click that, go to filter at the top here and select convert for smart filters. Now Photoshop is changing it into a smart object and we're good to go. Okay, selected that, and now I want to do, say I would normally do on my black and white, a little bit of a filter. The reason why I'm adding a filter now is just to show you guys in an action you're really able to do a filter, or you are actually able to do anything in that actions area. So I'm going to go to filter and just say sharpen, and sharpen once for me. So Photoshop is doing it, and directly you see we're working constructive. So we've got smart filters and we got sharpen. So if you want to, you can still blend it out. That's the reason why I work with smart, or with actually smart objects. So have that. We're going to minimize that again. From there, what I want to do is go to my adjustments, and just with hue and saturation, like I said before, this is no means a tutorial on black and white conversion. This is just for doing actions. Okay, turn all my saturation down and go back out of my adjustments again. Now we created one adjustment, we want to do another black and white adjustment. Going to select the black and white adjustment and want to change that to infrared. Change that to infrared and go out again. Now I just want to double click on my layer palette here so it's nice and big again. Okay, so we see our step 1, hue and saturation and black and white. In my black and white, I want to change the layer opacity, or actually the layer style, blending options, sorry, to soft light. And in here, wow, okay, that's my effect I want to get. And you like that? What I'm going to do now, after that, having everything set, I maybe just want to change my opacity a little bit down to 80%. Alright, you like that? And you've done. That's all you wanted to do, and you want to save your action now. So what I always do is select with Shift, select the hue and saturation layer and step 1. And now I've selected all my layers. I'm going to go to this arrow here at the right corner. Click on there and say new group from layers. I always work like that because it just helps me to sort all my layers later on. If you're working on a Photoshop thing with 50 to 100 layers, you know why we're doing actually groups. Alright, so I'm going to say that to black and white. Just a shortcut to know what I'm doing with that. And I forgot something, I wanted to turn it to red, so I'm going to right click on here, say group properties, move that over there again and say color. Yes, I want a red color, say OK, and I'm good to go. So if I'm going to blend that out now, or blend it in, you can directly see my conversion, and we're able, cool, that's what we wanted. And we're still on recording mode here at the top for our action. Last step that you have to do is go and press the stop button and your action will be stopped. So I'm going to stop it now. That was all that we had to do. Okay. And I'm going to minimize that, and down here you will see your black and white conversion now. So that's all you have to do for an action. So if you want to do a new, sorry for that, if you want to do like a new layer, a new folder, or you have a certain way of working with your filters, or if you want to do canvas size, you want to do a frame, anything you want to do, you can record that physically as an action, and later on just press one small button and call it up again. And that's what I want to show you guys quickly now. I want to delete all of this, move my whole action into the bin, or the whole layer that we just created. So I'm back in my actions. I'm going to go back to my history, say as I open Photoshop, and we're brand new in here today. So I'm going to select my original layer, and maybe I want to rename that maybe to another name, because say it was from your Nikon D7000 or whatever you want to were shooting on. Okay, that's the name from your first image. Okay, now you want to do your whole black and white thing. So you're going to go back to actions, select in actions your black and white, and now the certain step you have to do is press this play button here and say object layer, you want to rename that again. Okay, continue, and now Photoshop does everything for you. It converts your image, it renames your layer, everything for you. How awesome is that? Now you can blend it out and in again. How lekker is that? So your workflow gets really quick through this. So if you have to work on 10 images, you can just pop them in, do that play and save again, and you're done. You can even do an action on how to save your stuff. So try it out, it's really nice. Now I just want to show you guys also, this also works on different images, or even if you close Photoshop again. So I'm going to open my bridge quickly, and in bridge I'm going to select another image just to show you guys it really works. So I'm going to say open object. I did my conversion on everything already in Camera Raw. Photoshop is currently rendering it to open it in Photoshop. Now it also will be opened exactly as a smart object. So I hope this works now, but it should. Then I'm going to go back to my filters, my actions here at the top, select play again, and it's obviously going to ask me again, do you want to rename that current layer to that name? Yes, continue, and check now. It will create everything exactly how we did it earlier. With your conversion, even you got your origin layer in a smart object, and wow, this is just, for me, it helps me so much to just convert my stuff quicker, to work quicker, my workflow gets quicker, and I hope this tutorial helped you guys. Hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys next week on another video tutorial. My name is Manny, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.